Okay, well, what do you think we do a throwback Thursday on the way home from work? And this time I'm going to tell you the story about the 2 times I met my father-in-law for the first time. I know, that sounds weird. The 2 times I met my father-in-law for the first time. But when I'm done with the story, you will understand the title. So let's get with the second time, which is the time everybody's expecting. Which is, I was on the police department, and I had returned back to full active duty after being shot, and I met Dawn, my future wife-to-be. She was on a ride along with a friend of mine from the academy who was working for the Escondido PD. I'd stopped in for dinner on my way to work down at the San Diego PD. So that was actually, I guess, the first official time I met her. Anyways, make a long story short, we started dating after that, and never really got to meet her parents because her parents were a truck diving team, a cross-country, over-the-road truck diving team. And they went from the west coast to the east coast and to the north and all around, and was very rarely in Escondido, which was their home base, where they had the apartment where Dawn lived and was taking care of her younger brother. And at the time I lived in Escondido because I had to move from San Diego because the newspaper had printed my name and address after getting shot, and my place was getting vandalized, so I had to move. Okay, so we had been dating for a while, and I had asked her to marry me, and she wanted to do it the old-fashioned way, where I asked her dad for his permission for her hand in marriage, because apparently her other 2 sisters, her older sister and younger sister, she was the middle of three girls. Well, those 2 had all got pregnant, got married, dropped out of high school. Dawn was the only one who didn't. She finished high school and gone to work and was still living at home technically, even though her parents weren't there most of the time. Probably like 99% of the time they weren't there. But Dawn wanted me to, do it the old-fashioned way and ask her dad for permission, and so I said, okay, fine, whatever. We'll do that. Well, what are you doing? Well, of course, Dawn had told her parents about me, but we had never actually met. Because the few times they'd been into town, I'd been working. By the time I got off work, they were back out on the road. So, the next time they were in town, I was off work. I was going to set it up to where I'd come and met her parents and ask her dad for permission to marry her. So, we're going to go on a date, and I'm over there at the apartment. Sit down at the kitchen table and, I ask him if I could have her hand in marriage, and, of course, he has to play the part of being the jerk dad. I don't remember exactly how it all went now, but he was just being a smart ass. He finally agreed, said yes. Well, That was not actually the first time I had met him. As it turns out, I had actually met him about 8 years earlier. Before I became a police officer, when I was working for the Escondido Times-Advocate, I was what they called a route driver. I drove around and dropped the bundles of papers off to the paper boys to deliver. And it was on a early Sunday morning. I was up in Ramona dropping off the bundles of papers to the kids to deliver for Sunday morning. And it was a really bad winter night in San Diego County, and it was raining really bad. Couldn't see very far, and I had windshield wipers going like crazy. And I was driving down this backcountry road there in Ramona, heading out to the paper boy's house. Probably doing about 30, 35 miles an hour. When all of a sudden the road just disappears. And I go flying out into this brand new river that was made by the flood, by the storm. Well, the road had not yet been barricaded off, so I didn't know it. It was washed out. So I'm sitting out there, water's up to the bottom of the doors of the van that I was driving, the delivery van. And I'm stuck. So I shut the engine off. And I see these lights on a house off in the distance. So I get out and I go trudging out across to this house. And I'm soaking wet, knock on the door. The lady comes to the door, but she don't answer the door, she don't open it up. You know, yells, "What do you want?" and stuff. So I tell her who I am. You know, she looks out. You know, to her I just look like some long-haired, soaking wet hippie guy, you know. I got no ID, no proof of who I am. Well, I explain my situation to her. She tells me, well, there's only one guy in town that owns a tow truck, and that's Wayne's Auto Wrecking. She says she knows the guy personally. She can call him at home and have him come haul me out. So I say, well, yeah, that'd be great. So she goes off, calls him. You gotta remember, this is before cell phones too. Comes back a few minutes later, says, well, she got a hold of him. He'd be bringing this wrecker out and he'd pull me out. Go back away by the van. So I did. Probably about 45 minutes later, this crusty old guy shows up in this old pickup truck with a wrecking boom on the back of it. And he comes out there and hooks onto me and pulls the van out of the middle of the river. And of course he's giving me a ration of crap about being some long-haired stupid punk, you know, driving out to the middle of the river. And of course I gotta sit there taking this crap because what else am I gonna do? Well, he gets the van pulled out of the water and he wants cash for hauling it out. No, I told him, well, I don't carry money on me. So you can send the bill to the Times-Advocate, they'll pay it. And if you don't want to do that, you give me a copy of it, I'll take it in, turn it over to the boss. He'll send you a check out. He goes, well, he don't work that way. He only does cash-only business. I said, well, I don't carry that kind of cash on me. And if he didn't want to turn the van over to me and trust me that the company had paid the bill, and that's fine. He could keep the damn van and the papers and get in touch with the company himself, get the money out of them. You know, well, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I'm going to walk back to town, wait for the restaurant to open up. I'm going to call my brother in Escondido to come pick me up, and I'm going to sit there and have breakfast while I wait for him. And you can sit there and keep all the damn newspapers in the van, and when the people call wanting to know where their newspapers are at, I'll tell them, well, go see Wayne over at the auto wrecking. He's got all your newspapers. He wouldn't let me have them back. Well, he gets all pissed off at me, and I start to walk off. And, you know, he's yelling, wait a minute, come back, man. You can have your damn van and papers, but you better pay up, or I'll come look at you, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, that's fine. They will pay you. It's not like they're gonna run out on you, you know. It's the only newspaper in the county up here. So, as it turns out, Don's dad is Wayne, the owner, or the ex-owner of Wayne's Auto Wrecking. He owned the wrecking yard back then. He had since sold it to somebody else, and him and the wife had gone into cross-country truck driving as a team. So, a couple of months after Don and I got married, I sat him down and I asked him if he remembered that long-haired smart-ass guy that he hauled out of the river up there in Ramona. And he looks at me kind of funny and he goes, yeah, how'd you know about that? And I go, because I was that long-haired smart-ass guy. Well, he never did see the humor in that, but I thought it was kind of funny that years later, I would meet up with his daughter and end up marrying her and being his son-in-law. Almost got that one. So anyways, goddamn, I'm right in the middle of lane split and I gotta finish this story off and get out of here. So, hit the like button, give me some comments, come back again for another story. See y'all next time. Bye-bye. Just like that.